Hello and welcome back. Now this is a continuation of the video I did on Monday in relation to registering your 999. Now, mobile phones, I've already said in the past video, very good, outstanding. However, I want you to put some settings into your phone. Now, I'm going to let you know this. Throughout 2024, 3G was scrapped off mobile phones. So there's been a lot of software going in, taking stuff out, putting stuff in, resetting stuff, etc. Someone even said to me the other day, they got a massive update on their phone, but they didn't know what it was about. Now, so if you're going to go into your phone now and you look for some of these settings and you can't find them, that's okay. They will probably appear, I would imagine, in the next few weeks or months, because it's a massive process that's going on. Now, aside from that, let's look at the settings. Now, for some of you, it will be called emergency SOS. That's standard from what I understand on the iPhone, and most Android phones have now got it. Okay. Now, within it, in the settings, I would like you to look at two areas. The first one within your phone is health. Now, trust me on this. If you've done my training, you'll know what I'm in reference to. So the first thing I'd like you to do is make sure you put your age, your height, your weight, lie if you want, I do, any other information about yourself. Also, if you're allergic to anything or you have any allergies, and more importantly as well, if you are taking any type of medication. I'll explain as we go on. Once you've done that, then go over to your emergency SOS details, contacts, whatever that might be called in more detail, okay? And when you open up, it asks you where your emergency button is, which is important, okay? And then obviously start working your way down. Now there's a button there called Call Quietly, okay? That activates it. That means that when you activate your emergency button, depending which one you've got on your phone, again, check the settings, okay? Some are hold the volume and the power button and rapidly hit this and press this, and whatever. But there is loads in there, okay? But the Call Quietly button mutes your alarm. The next thing down, so there's not many unlockers you look at, is call in the event of a serious crash, and you have to activate that. And what basically means is sensors now put into most phones, okay? Nearly every phone probably have it in a bit. But it means that if you're in an accident and your car has so much pressure added to it, it will automatically ring the emergency service. Now remember, if you've registered your phone, this should speed the process up. Where's the harm? Activate, forget it. Then you go down and it'll ask you who you want your emergency contacts. All I'm going to say is make sure you pick the right people. That's it, okay? Mobile number and someone that's reliable, as I'll explain as I move forward. Now at the bottom now, there's a brand new one. And you have to go through the demo on most phones from what I've seen to understand what it is. And it's basically a GPRS. Let me explain. For many years, if you were actually having to ring 999 and you got no signal, okay, well, what your phone would actually do is jump on any other available tower. So not necessarily your supplier. And then that will get through. Because of obviously advancements in technology, what they've also added now is if you're in a remote area and there's no towers, but you are outside, which is the main point from what I understood and read, this phone will obviously communicate with a satellite. And that's a little icon at the bottom of the settings that you will find in your emergency SOS or emergency contacts. And have a look at it so that you're confident with it. Now, when you've done them two things, you're going to do something quite amazing. I'm not being funny, but you are. Firstly, if you are involved in an incident, okay, any type of incident, and let's just say you are unable to communicate with the emergency services, what they should do is grab hold of your phone, hold your emergency button and your volume button, and when they do that, what simply happens is your medical details and contact details come up only. Now, it's funny because the amount of people I've spoken to recently have said to me, wow, I didn't even know that was on there, Will, but I did see that, but I didn't know it was. And my last point to you is, if you only take 5 minutes to do this, looking forward, you're going back to that saying I've used in previous videos. Prevention is better than the cure. Thank you for watching. On Friday, I'm just going to have a chit chat about the duress code. Stay safe, whatever you're doing. And bye for now.